Hey guys, I hope that you can hear me and see me all right. I hope everyone's doing good. Thank you so much for joining us on this live, me and Yang. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. So today we're just doing, well, we're going to be doing a Q&A. And hi everyone. Do you know what? I always forget that there's a delay and I'm like, hi everyone, hi, how's it going? And then I'm like, huh? Can you all see me and hear me all right? So today we're doing a live stream. It's Q&A. So you guys ask us the questions. If there's anything that's on your mind or anything that you kind of want to know a little bit more about, just ask us the questions. So I'm going to be answering them straight from the chat. There's no like particular topic, you know, about what's going on. But I can see that the chat is also quite lively. Hi, I can see all the regular people. Hello, Zoe, Midnight Blue, Guy Next Door, Karan Singh, AB. Yang is also here. So he will be, if you're new here, so he will be supporting you, or if there's anything that you know you want to know, Yang is the go-to person. Hello, Autumn, and Annie Adams. Oh, bless you. Yes. Oh, so Annie, you're new here. Yes. And hello, Hope22. Where are you guys from? Like, what part of the world are you guys from? I'm here in the UK. We had a beautiful, awesome day today. It was so lovely, quite warm. Well, ish. I wouldn't say it's like really, really warm, but yes. Thank you. Oh, and Laurie, hello. Thank you. I'm glad that you guys can hear and see me. So yes, how has everyone's week been? How is everyone doing? I love to like check in and see how you guys all are. And where are you from? Yes, Yang, we know you're from Greece. Yes, Arizona. We've got Colorado in the house. Hi, T. Thank you so much for joining. Karan, yes, we know you're in the UK. Midnight Blue, hello. Oxford, I don't think she was, not sure. Southeast UK, okay, we've got Virginia, we've got London in the house. Oi, oi. We've got Northern Ireland, Los Angeles. This is absolutely amazing. Sorry, my hair is doing my head in already. We've got northeast of England, Middlesbrough. Gosh, that's far. That is far from me. We've got Brighton. Oh, I bet it was lovely in Brighton today. Wyoming, I think I wrote that probably. Hello, Maria. How are you, my dear? I will get back to your message. I have got it, but obviously, I'll get back to you on that one. We've got Florida, we've got Missouri, West London in the house, all the massive. Whoop, whoop. You know the drill. You know the drill. And we've got Jacksonville, Florida as well, Indiana. So guys, just want to say thank you so much for being here on the live. Like, this is so amazing. Like, I know that for some of you, this is like a middle of the night, or it's really early in the day, or it's like during the middle of the day. So I really do appreciate all of you being here. Like, it's like so amazing. I'm actually so grateful to every single one of you for being here. And also really grateful for actually, you know, running these lives, you guys being here. It's just, you know what, it's such an amazing vibe. And I know I always say this in the videos, you know, like, oh, you know, you guys, it's such a vibe that you are here, but it is. And do you know, I wouldn't be here without you guys. So there is a lot of gratitude from me. Okay. You know, from me to you guys, thank you so much. I just want to say a huge sorry that you guys had to experience this in your life. But look, don't worry. You guys are going to get through this and it's going to be fine. Like, you don't have to look at this and think, oh, this is the end of my life. Like, I'm going to stay stuck thinking this and it's not going to be okay. Like, look, you got to look at it like this. This was a part or a chapter in your life, okay? And it happened at that point, all right? And it's like what I always say. These experiences are here. They're meant to grow you. They're meant to help you elevate. And for you to, you know what, evolve from these experiences, because honestly, it doesn't mean they have to be the breaking of you. They can actually be the making of you. So know that there is amazing things that await you. Look, I'm not saying this is going to be an easy road. I'm not, because it is going to be painful and it is going to be hard. All right. But you've got to be able to put the effort in. Like, you are worth it. What was the advert on that was it L'Oreal that they said, how did it go? Guys, help me out here, because my mind does go from one thing to the next. I've got to think, what's the next thing I've got to talk about? What's the next thing? It was that L'Oreal, you are worth it, or something like that. It goes, do you guys know what I mean? Or am I just alone here in this? Yeah, so honestly, like, putting the work in, helping you to evolve, to elevate. You know, you got to think of this. You've got to have a growth mindset. You can't be stuck in just this one way of thinking. All right. There is a whole world out there that exists, you know, for you guys. All right. For every single one of you. All right. No, you can't devolve and degenerate from these experiences. That's not why, you know, it's here. That's not why they came into your life. They are here to show you another way. Okay. Guys, if you are here on the live and you're not in the live chat, which is absolutely fine, please could you help support this live and the work and everyone here, you know, to help with the algorithm to get this information out there. So I would be really grateful if you were to press the like button. I would be so grateful if you could. So those of you that have, thank you so much. How many likes are we on, guys? Let's get it to 50. Yes. You know, every time I drink this tea, I try really hard to not actually get it down me, but I think I did. Whoops. Hey, Oxford, it's much harder than Knox, our family, and they've taken decades from you. Hard to rebuild. But, all right, that's okay, that's true. But you know what? It's not impossible, and it doesn't mean that you can't, have a life for you. Doesn't mean that you got to stay stuck, and you have come so far. And I know that throughout these experiences and after these people, have gone from your life, there's going to be triggers. There's going to be things that push your buttons and make you feel, I don't know, not good about yourself, or they're going to make you, think back to, the past and things like that. But you've got to push through. Everyone has triggers, okay, my friends? Everybody has triggers. And some triggers you are going to be able to work through, and there's going to be others that you might not be. And that's just, do you know what? That's just how it is. I would be a liar if I was to say that you will be able to work through all of your triggers and that life is going to be okay. It's not, but it's not. But what you've got to remember is that even though you've put the work in, you can actually move forward from this. And, as long as you know what your triggers are, no one will be able to control you. Missy, thank you. Greetings from London. Okay, thank you so much. We love London. We do love London. Oh, T, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Katrin as well from Freezy, Frankfurt. Yes, don't worry, darling. It's not much warmer here. So AB says, same. It's really hard to move on. It's hard to convince myself that we can't even be friends. But AB, do you really want to be friends with this person? Like, really? What do they bring to the table? How are they making your life easier or nicer? Like, are they really a nice person? Do you really want them as your friend? I know probably for you, you've been in a relationship, or they've been, in your life for quite a number of years. And it's weird, isn't it, guys? Like when you're in relationships with people, like you know them for a certain amount of time, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, they're just gone from your life, and that's it. You don't actually see them or speak to them anymore. And I guess that's what it's like, when you have connections with people, people who deserve to stay in your life will stay in your life, because they are there for you. They love you, or they really like you, and they are your people. Do you know what I mean? They're your tribe, or they're your crowd. They're your type of people. Those who come in and out, it's just, do you know what? It's just human nature. It's just the way it happens. And you know what? And it is a weird thing, isn't it, my friends? Like, it's really weird. Like, you're with this person, for like a number of years, every single day, and suddenly, just like that, they're not there anymore. And I know it's a very strange thing. It's very hard, but we have to let it go, because at the end of the day, you wouldn't be in this position, or you wouldn't be in this situation if this person really cared for you, really respected you, or really loved you in that respect, or had your best interest at heart. So this is another thing that you've got to look at. Like, if this person, was supposed to, or deserved to be, or, cared about you, they'd be in your life. Yes, it is bubblegum. It's like grieving loss. It is, absolutely. It is, it's about coming to terms with it, and it's about accepting it, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's just about accepting, that this is what happened. But this is what I've always said to my clients, like, you've got to think, like, if this person really was for you, you wouldn't be in this position now. You wouldn't be here on this live, and you wouldn't have had to go looking for information. You wouldn't have to be in this position in your life. Do you know what I mean? You'd be doing other things, wouldn't you? You'd be experiencing different things together. But obviously, this person, you know what, for whatever reason, for whatever experience you guys have gone through, wasn't good enough, was not good enough for you. Okay, and that's why they were removed from your life. I know that it was probably very traumatic for every single one of you, but at the end of the day, you've got to look at this as a positive. All right. Was this person really making you happy? Were you really happy? Were you your best self in this connection with this person? Did they make you feel good, happy? Probably not. And so that's why you've got to grow from this experience. Take the lessons. That's what it's about. Take the lessons from what has happened. Don't look at this in a negative way. Don't think about this in a way that, you know, like, oh, my life is over because this person, stop putting them on a pedestal. Stop romanticizing this. And I know that those of you that are in the midst of a trauma bond, this is exactly what you probably will be doing. Guy next door, bless you, my friend. Bless you. Thank you so, so much. A part recovery is to get to know ourselves again and build a stronger version of ourselves. This includes getting rid of the internal beliefs about the narc relationship, get out and stay out. Yes, these are absolutely wonderful, encouraging words. This is it. This is about rebuilding yourself. This is about moving forward, going forward. And it's like what I always say, if this person was for you, then they would be with you right now. But at the end of the day, look what's happened and why you are where you are. And, you know, for a lot of us, it's been hard to come to terms with. But like the guy next door says, you know what, you've just got to move forward. You've got to get out and stay out. And I know that it's really hard to do that because it is. It's like how this person was in your life and now they're not. It is a difficult analogy or is a difficult concept to kind of grasp and understand. But you've got to do this for you. Are you going to let everyone walk all over you? You're going to let everyone, you know, treat you the way that they do. At some point, you do have to put boundaries and you do have to stick up for yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, because what, you know, what's the alternative? It's going to be like this for what? For how long until you learn that lesson? And this is it. This is about you evolving. This is about the growth mindset. Bubblegum, thank you so much for your donation. I really, really appreciate it. Do you have a question, Bubblegum? So Matt says, what does it say when they will try and frame you? Oh gosh, that's gone up. Hold on a minute, Matt. What does it say when they will try and frame you illegally? What does it say if they run off when angry or throw tantrums? Well, Matt, that means that this person obviously can't control themselves. I mean, why are they running off and throwing tantrums and being angry? If you got something to say it, right? And if they're trying to frame you illegally, they're trying to get your attention, Matt. That's what it is. That's what it says to me, that they're trying to get your attention in some way, whether it's positive or negative. They want something from you. So just be aware. Okay, just be aware how you respond to this, because remember, Matt, you've got to respond and not react. They want a reaction from you because you're not doing something that they want you to do. So respond. And the best response is, does anyone know? I think you all know, is silence. Just don't react. Just ignore them, because that's going to annoy them even more. So if they're trying to frame you, think about it. What proof have they got? How can they do that? They're just trying to scare you. They're trying to get a reaction from you. So don't worry, Matt. You got this, okay? All right, no worries, Bubblegum. Think of a question and let me know. Yes, autumn, it is a nightmare, but you can get through it. You can absolutely get through it. Yang says, don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. Oh, I like that. I really like that one. Yang, that's for the t-shirt. I really like that. Are you writing these down? Because obviously I can't write them down, Yang. So I hope you're writing these down for the t-shirt. We need to talk more about that as well. Chris says, like, love the new shiny toy when it gets old, but if it's ugly, it's more, but it gets old, but if they're ugly, it's more fun to watch. Okay. Yeah, it's like a toy. It's transactional, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's all transactional. We're there to serve a purpose, and that's really what it is. It's about serving a purpose. Hello, Dawn from Austin, Texas. Thank you so much for watching. So Christine says, do they use grief as an excuse to discard? Yeah, they'll use any excuse to discard. And especially if you're grieving, then you're not giving your attention to them. So you're not doing something that you're supposed to do. So they're going to use any excuse to discard. If it meets their purpose, then yeah, absolutely. Guys, if you are enjoying the live so far and you're not on the chat, please do press the like button. I would be really grateful if you would. It helps with the algorithm, it helps get this information out there. You don't know who is going through this or suffering from this at the moment. So please do hit the like button. I really would appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, Irena, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate your donation. Thank you, my dear. Why did my narcissist always want me to watch him taking a shower and clean himself? Do you think it's all about his childhood and the reason he is like? Now, that is a bit of a strange one. I've never come across someone actually asking me that question, but watching him take a shower and clean himself, do you know, is that about your attention on him? Is that about you giving him your undivided attention? Because it's not about actually the act of the shower and him cleaning himself. It was more about that you were there to witness it, and possibly it could be linked back to his childhood. I'm probably certain it is. So there is something there that would have probably happened in his childhood that he is repeating this in adulthood. This is a very, I've never come across this, Irena. I've got to say, I've never come across anyone actually asking me or saying anything like this, but it's all about supply. It's all about attention. It probably granted him some sort of validation. God knows what, but it's probably you, I don't know, watching him, giving him your attention. That's what that kind of says to me. I hope that answers your question. But it's all about, it would have served a purpose for him, you watching him in the shower. It probably made him feel superior or important for that time, for that act. Do you know what I mean? So maybe it's got some links to that. I really hope that answers your question. Guy next door, thank you so much for your donation. Really appreciate it. Come to terms with reality and make peace with your past so it won't ruin your future. Thank you so much for that encouraging. Yeah, that's really, really good. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yang, I think that would be a good one for the t-shirt as well, because that's a wonderful quote. Yeah, come to terms with the reality and make peace with your past so it won't ruin your future. And that's what we've got to remember, my friends, is that we've got to somehow understand this. That actually this is our past, this is what happened back then. We've got to leave it in the past, we've got to leave it there, okay? That's what you've got to remember. Oh, DMC, thank you so much. I accused the narc of wanting money. He became infuriated and said it's over, but now he's sending me money to prove me wrong. Why would he do this? And now he's sending me money to prove me wrong. So this is to get your attention, isn't it, DMC? This is exactly that. Trying to get your attention in some way, isn't it? So, yeah, he's trying to prove a point that it's, you know what? Or maybe this is part of a Hoover as well, to send you money to get your attention, because maybe it was a thing when you guys were together. Or perhaps maybe his perception of you is that you were only with him because you wanted money. Obviously, that's not true. Of course, it's not true. But it says to me, hold on, let me just move that down. It says to me that he's doing this to prove a point. Okay, it's to prove a point, because he became infuriated and said it's over. So yeah, it's a Hoover. DMC, that's what I would be saying. It's a Hoover. It's to get your attention in some way, for sure. Okay, don't be fooled into it, or don't be sucked into this. If I was you, obviously can't tell you what to do, but I would refuse the money that he's sending you. Okay, because if he might come back and say, okay, so I've sent you money, I've sent you this, why are you not doing what I want you to do, or why are you not responding? There's obviously conditions to this money, okay? just send it back if that's what you want to do. Sorry, what's happened? My palm tree. Bring your palm tree really close to the camera and slowly take it off. I think your camera is out of focus. What do you mean? Is it a problem? Can no one see me? Missy, thank you so much. Thank you. I am too kind for my own good. I've found my power and embracing it. Oh, bless you. Do you know what? You've got to protect that kindness that you've got. Honestly, I think that's what you've got to do. You've got to protect your good and your kindness and you know, you. It's you that you need to put boundaries in place. So nobody is going to take advantage. That's what you've got to remember. You've got to not allow anyone to take advantage. I mean, who do they think they are? Seriously, who do they think they are? Yang, I don't get it. Do I need to come closer to the camera? Is it me? Is that better? Yang, seriously, if these are jokes, I'm not getting it. Oh my God, stop. See, he always gets me on these lives. I'm going to get you back for that, Yang. Seriously, what palm tree? There isn't a palm tree here. I'm not getting it. You're a git. You're an absolute git. Is it Jessica? What is he saying? Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I really apologize for it. Do you know what? I need to get a new camera. I think that's what it is. My equipment. I think I need to get a new camera. Okay. Okay, so CSR 326 says, what happens when the new supply is controlling the narcissist? She's completely obsessed with him. Oh my goodness. Yeah, do you know what I would say to you? That this is probably what the narcissist wants. Okay, the narcissist wants that person to be obsessed with them. Because it's attention at the end of the day, isn't it? It's attention. And that's what they want. And she's obsessed with him, and the narcissist is happy about that. You did say palm tree. Yang, you said palm tree. Oh my God, hold on. Oh, okay. No, you didn't. You said palm. Okay, hold on. Is that better? Is that better, guys? Sorry about this. You're welcome, CSR 326. Yes, Autumn. I think that's what he meant. It's my hand, and I read it palm tree. Oh, God. What is this like? Oh, my God. Okay. Guy next door, thank you so much. They dangle carrots in front of us in order to use it against us later and claim that we owe them something in return. Their motives are never pure. Yeah, that's it. It's all about the illusion. It's all about, do you know what? It's all about tricking us. That's what it is, just to further their needs. That's what it's about. That's what they're doing. You know, it's all about meeting their needs. Thank you, Bubblegum. I just broke through the wall web and lies of my narc has created after 4 years. Oh my gosh, brilliant. At least you've seen through it. Simendonis. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Sorry. Jessica, it's still a bit blurry. Okay, guys, I need to get a new camera. I'm sorry about this, guys. Sorry. Oh, Matt, that's a really good point. I think they operate almost day to day, if not moment to moment. They react and adapt to any current situation. You see, that's it. Because it's about, do you know what? It's about them fitting in. It's about them, it's about them getting or fitting in with others. I think you're absolutely right. That's what they do. Yes, it is one for the bloopers for sure. Sorry. I didn't read it properly. Palm tree, palm. Oh no. So Maggie says, why does, oh gosh, hold on a minute. It's gone up. Okay. Why does the narcissist ex keep insisting we be friends, even though he says he's in a new relationship and I asked him to stop contacting me? It's about supply, Maggie. The more people that person has got, the better it is for them, because it's all about attention. That's really what is going on here. It's about getting attention and getting their needs met. And that's the most important thing for them, basically. That's why that happens. Yes, Oxford, you tell him off, please, because honestly, now I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm in a bit of a flap. Thank you. So William says, your videos have really helped me this past year. I really would love one with you to explain my situation and get further. Okay, no worries, William. Yang, would you be able to put the link up for William in the live? Or it's in the description box as well if you wanted to work with either me or Yang if you wanted to. Yes, so just follow the link. You'll be able to get more information. I know, Greg, this is what they're all laughing at me about. That I'm out of focus. Is it really that bad? I need to fix this. Thank you, Missy. You're so sweet. Thank you. Oh, okay. Is that why? Is that better? Is it better if I sit here? Then, and also, can you hear me because the mic is just there? Autumn rain. Oh, bless you. Okay, so do you know what? This really depends on your understanding. You know, it's about you doing the healing work. It's about you coming home to yourself. There's a bit of a process involved in this, but on average, guys, what would you say? Probably, okay, thank you, Kim. I would say about 2 or 3 months, something like that, about 2 or 3 months for you to kind of like move forward from this, just kind of like understand it. Guys, I think, but it could be longer. It could be longer. It could be longer. Do you know what I mean? Because it really just depends on you and how you is this better? Oh my goodness. I really don't want to touch this mic. It's a bit temperamental with the wire. Okay, is this better? Thank you for your patience, guys. It's not like what happened. Do you remember like a few months ago? Oh my God, I was literally pulling my hair out. I was literally crying because do you remember that? I think it was like in August, and the lives, just I couldn't do them. And then Yang helped me out. He did. I've got to say, he saved the day. And yeah. So we are here. We are here now. Yes, that's right. Get some professional help, Autumn, as well, to help you move forward through this. And it is the trauma bond. And until you understand what the trauma bond is and how this person manipulates you and how they how they try to get your attention in the most strangest ways. And remember that actually this is what these people are doing. It's about trying to get your attention. It's about them trying to stop you from leaving. They don't want you to leave. None of them ever do, guys. So I just want to say this, that not one of your narcissists, okay, wanted you to leave. They wanted you to stay. And that's why they had caught you. That's why they had kept you caught in this trap, in this prison, all right? None of them wanted you to go. Because the more people that they have around them, the more people that actually serve their needs or give them attention, for them, that's what they're most happiest about. And so they want people there, okay, to just serve them. And I don't know, like we will never ever understand this, all right? Because this is not how we are wired in our brain. Like, we don't do this. But for them, it is really important for them to get your attention. They can do all sorts of things, whether it's a positive or a negative connotation. They're going to try and get your attention in some way. You know, they might even get other people involved, you know, so that they get a response from you, or they get a reaction from you. These are all mind games, okay? If you think about it, right, these are games that people probably would have played in like the playground. This is what you do when you're kids. You don't do it when you're older. It just is weird, isn't it? Like trying to get somebody's attention, I don't know, by stalking them, or, you know, going to their work. It's almost like, it scares you, doesn't it? It scares you to think that there's someone that would go to these lengths to try and get your attention. It isn't normal, because what you have to understand is that they don't care that you have free will. They try to bend your free will. They want you to conform. They want you, okay, to do what they want you to do. All right. So this is why they orchestrate these situations. And you're like, what the hell? Like, seriously, why is this even happening to me? Like, you don't understand it, because it is really immature, to be honest with you. It's a really immature way of being. And you've got to, do you know what? And that's what I'm saying. You've got to stick up for yourself. You've got to think that, you know what? I'm not going to have someone like this do this to me. It's not fair. I don't deserve this treatment. I don't deserve to be feeling like this. And it's like what I said right at the beginning of this live. All right. If this person respected you, if this person wanted the best for you, okay, and really loved you, all right, because that's what they all claimed, isn't it? That's what they all said to every single one of you, is that I love you. I really want to be with you. You know, you are everything to me, and you're just the best. You are my soulmate. Yeah? Okay, that's great. Yeah, people can talk. People can say a lot of things. But where's the proof? Where is that? Okay? And why is it that they weren't able to deliver on their word? They said it. So why didn't they do it? Do you know why? Because they can't. They can't. All right. And they just want you to believe that. They want you to believe the illusion. Anyone can talk. Anyone can give a good spiel. But at the end of the day, can they prove it? Can they respect you? Can they love you in that way that you loved them unconditionally? All right. No. They can't do it. So you know what, my friends, you've got to look at it like this. You've got to cut your losses, and you've got to go, and you've got to stay gone. All right. Because this person is not going to change. No matter how much attention, how much love you give this person, they're not going to change. They don't want to change. Why would they? They get their needs met, and it's easier, isn't it? It's easier just to talk, all right, and say. But at the end of the day, where's the proof? Where's the proof? Okay? There isn't any. And that's what that you've got to look at, their behavior, not what they're saying. And it's with it doesn't you can apply this to, you know, any rule in life. People talk. People say things. People will say things to what you want to hear, to make things seem nice, to make things seem good, fun, exactly what you want to hear, right? But prove it, say it. If you're like, do it. But they're not able to do that because for them, it's all about what is easy. What is it that they don't have to work so hard on? If you're giving yourself so freely, you're giving this love with no boundaries, there's no conditions on your love, you're giving this to them, you're giving them your time, your attention, they're going to love it. Why do you think they don't want to let you go? Why do they come back for you? Why have every single one of you been hoovered? Because you're kind, you're lovely, you're nice, you meet their needs. So why would they want you to go? This interaction with a narcissist only ends when you say the end. No more, no. That's when it ends. Because they're going to keep coming back. They're going to keep dragging you back into this. Because it's like what I said, they don't want you to go. They don't want this to be the end. And it's true, every time you try to talk to them, every time you try and explain it, do they really click it? Do they really understand it? Probably not, because you're talking round and round in circles. So do yourself a favor, my friends, and probably just leave the talking, okay? Because it's not getting through. They're not understanding what it is that you want to say, or what is it, or the point that you're trying to get across. This is what you've got to remember. You've got to look at the behavior, not what is being said. Anyone can say anything they want to. Everyone can make you feel good through their words. They can tell you what you want to hear. But that is not the same thing as being able to show you, okay? As being able to show you. They probably did this right at the beginning of the relationship, which is why you guys were in this relationship. But at the end of the day, my friends, proof is in the pudding, right? I don't know, for those of you who are not English, this is a really English saying. The proof is in the pudding. Basically, it means that you've got to prove yourself, prove it. If you're saying this, you want to change, that they love you, everything is going to be better, I'm going to work on myself. Great, that's fine. Glad you did that, but where's the proof? And have they continued to do that? Or do they just tell you that at that time because you wanted to hear it? And I'm not saying every single one of your experiences was that. I'm just giving an example that is, something that they can use to try and hook you back in. Usually the way that they hook you back in is through making you feel guilty, making you feel like you owe them something. It's usually through guilt, shame. That's the way that they hook you back in. So guys, maybe it's not your shame. Maybe it's not your guilt. All right. It's theirs. So let them have it. Don't take it on as your own. And if your conversations with them is not getting anywhere, just leave it. Just leave it. Walk. Okay? Walk away. All right? Because you trying to explain yourself, trying to explain the situation, they're not listening. They're not listening. Okay? They have their own agenda. And because you're not doing what they want you to do, they're not listening. Remember, you're not important in any of this. Okay? Yeah, Ian's saying, I'm missing you so much. Okay, so you got to think, well, why did you put me in a position to lose me? Okay, you've lost me. Okay. Oh, bless you, Nadpad. Of course, you wanted to give her a good life, but she didn't want the same thing for you. Remember, in a relationship, it's about two people. Okay, it's not one person doing all the work, aka you guys doing all the work, and the narcissist has this wonderful life, right? In a relationship, it's two people that are doing the work, okay? It's equal, it's 50-50, all right? You shouldn't be doing 80% and they're doing 20. Equally, you shouldn't be doing 20% and they're doing 80. Do you know what I mean? It's it's a give and take. It's a 50-50. There's two people in a relationship, not just one. Simply Cat says, why is it that my narc ex So he blames everything on me, including the breakup itself. Because what it is it says to me that what he's doing is he's putting the blame onto you because he wants you to take responsibility for the ending of the relationship. Okay. And so that you've got to do something about it. So it's your responsibility. You've got to do something about it. So if the blame is put on you, then that means it's your fault. Okay. You did something that he didn't like. And so he's saying you did it. And you got to think, really? Okay, so there's two people in this relationship, him and me. Why are you not taking responsibility for your side? Or let's talk about this. It's great blaming and not doing anything about it because they don't have to take any responsibility for their actions, yet they're saying that it's you. I hope that's answered your question. Guy next door, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Narc languages versus healthy language are not the same. Of course, yes, you're absolutely right. And this is really important to note here about language, okay? About the language that the narcissist uses. Save common sense for another audience. They don't perceive reality the same way as we do. And that's a really good point. Welcome back, Midnight Blue. This is a really good point to note, is that they don't perceive reality in the same way as we do. No, of course they don't. Because if they did, then you guys would be on the same page and you wouldn't be here on the live. It's as simple as that. Like that wouldn't have happened. But the language that the narcissist uses is all about blaming you. It's all very derogatory. It's all about, you've got to change. You've got to do something that is going to make this situation better because you have to take responsibility. And if you take responsibility for it, it means that you've got to do something to change, which is why a lot of us, took this internally. All right. We took this upon ourselves internally. And we blamed ourselves because that is what they did to us. Okay, so they blamed us. Remember? The play on words, people talk. People could say anything. And this is one of those examples. Okay, so they're blaming you, saying that it's all your fault. You've got to take responsibility for this. All right, but it's not. Like, take a step back and really look at this, okay? Why is it always your fault? Why is it that you have to change something about you? Of course, if someone loves you, why would they want you to change? Aren't you perfect enough already? Didn't that person fall in love with you at that stage, at that point, in that way? Don't you think it's rude that someone asks you to change something about you? That's what you got to remember. Why do you have to change? You are good enough as you are right now. And that person is basically saying, I don't accept you the way that you are. I need you to change so that you do what I want you to do. Okay? So this is another way, this is another part of like you taking responsibility and you changing. So when they blame you, when they make you feel guilty, that you didn't do something or you didn't say something or you need to change, think about that. Because basically they're saying to you is, I don't accept you the way that you are. I want you to change so that you are what I want you to be. Yeah, Ian, seriously, she blamed me after she slashed my tires on my car. Seriously, who does that? And sorry to be gender specific, but a woman did that? Seriously? Has she no shame? But that was all about getting your attention, isn't it? That was all about getting your attention. If someone loved us, they would want us to change for the positive. Exactly. And grow individually and together as a team. And that's what I'm saying. When you're in a relationship, it's a team, isn't it? It's the two of you together and you're on the same page and you want the same thing and you grow together. That's what a relationship is. That's a really healthy relationship. Exactly that. You're absolutely right, guy next door. it's that growth, that you two grow together. It's a positive. No one has conditions. It's no one, like saying, oh, you shouldn't have done this. Oh, I needed you to do that. Yeah, there's no blame. It's like you two, you come together and you're a team. You grow together. No, there's no hierarchy. There's no I'm better than you and you're this, and it's the two of you that come together, that grow together, and you see each other in the positive way and you build each other up. That's healthy relationships. That's healthy connections, my friends. Crypto Rose says, I told my narc that her love and my love are not the same. Yeah, this is perfect. This is exactly it. The love between the two of you guys is not the same. All right, conditional versus unconditional. Yeah, it's not the same thing. Simply Cat says, focusing on myself was my personal liberation. I feel bad for ignoring the warning signs. He abused his ex in the past and tried to say she deserved it. He was emotionally abusive to me. Bless you. Do you know, sometimes I just don't want you to blame yourself for this, because you really don't, because sometimes we want things to turn out a certain way, or we have a perceived idea in our mind of how we want a situation, a relationship, a connection to turn out. And sometimes we get blindsided by the version of them that we had, or we wish them to be in our heads, right? So sometimes we don't see the warning signs because, we want things to turn out a certain way and we want things to be a certain way, or we had imagined them to be like that. And when we really look at it, it's not. And so that's what we really have to look at. And I know the narcissist really tricks us, because right at the beginning, they show this amazing person that they are. They show us this wonderful person that they are. And, you fall in love with that, okay? Because they mirror you. They mirror to you, okay, what they think they want you to be, or what they think you want them to be. That's what I was trying to say, guys. That was it. So they mirror it. They make you believe that. And so when we go on in these relationships, as the time goes on, we believe that they are that. We believe that they are that we believe them, we want them to be, or the way that we see them. And then as the relationship progresses, they change and they're not that, what they had shown us. And I think for a lot of us, that's one of the hardest realizations, is to kind of think they are not that person that they were right at the beginning. They are not that person that they showed to us. And no, they're not. And that's what we've got to realize. That's what we've got to really, really grasp and get, that actually they are not who they said they were going to be. They're not who we thought that they would be. We've got to see the reality of this. We've got to see what is presented to us, not what we want it to be or what we believed it to be. Okay? Oxford, thank you so much. If I don't respond to you, I simply don't want to. Is that what you got told? If I don't respond to you, I simply don't want to. Yeah, oh, right, I get what you mean. Yeah, exactly. And that should be your mantra, Oxford. That should be your mantra. If I don't respond to you, I don't want to. And that's it. Yes, you're right, Crypto Rose. Chameleon parasites. And David James, you're right. It's a relationship based on smoke and mirrors. It's an illusion. It's just a lie. You're right, Midnight Blue. They either say that or they try to compare you to them and triangulate. That's right, they do. Yes, Matt. Got it in one. A child living in an adult's body. That's it. It's because of their behaviors are so immature. They do. Definitely a child. Spiritually, they're like tyrants. Yeah, they do. They're exactly that. Energy vampires. They do take your energy. They really drain you. They make you feel as though you've got to continue doing and feeding that monster that they are, feeding you know, that ego that is constantly wanting stimulation. Energy vampires are everywhere. Okay, they're not always going to be narcissistic, but they're going to be toxic. So when you have someone that is an energy vampire, it is someone who drains you, okay, really drains you. So you walk away from this person, or maybe you've been with them, you know, for a little bit of time, you know, and maybe you've met them for coffee, or you've gone out or done whatever. And then when you step away from that, you feel so drained. You feel like, I don't know, in my case, I would have to go to sleep on the sofa. Yes, my friends, that's what I would have to do. And I'm kind of like saying that, you know, maybe you would go to sleep, but my energy when I was around these people would be so drained. Okay, so drained. And so me, I would be like, oh my God, I need to sit in silence, and I need to sit like in a darkened room. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? Because like back in the day, I didn't understand. Like, you know, I had friends, you couldn't even call them friends, but I knew people like that. I'd worked in really toxic environments. You know, do you remember you guys, I was saying that I'd worked at the hospital as well? That was really toxic. And I remember and she wasn't my boss. She was my equal, because I was like I was the lead therapist, and she was, oh my God, what did she do? She was the physio. Yeah, she was the lead physio. So together we were working with patients, you know, in the mental health ward. And oh my God, it was her. It wasn't even the work. So that's what I'm saying, is like when you've got people who are really toxic, they drain you. And at the time you may not feel it, but it's all the attention. It's because you've got to put all your attention on them. You've got to make them feel good. They don't do it to you. They don't do it back to you. They just want you to do it to them all the time. That's what they do. So you've got to be aware. This is what I'm saying. You've got to be aware. You've got to put boundaries in place, because you're not going to let people walk all over you. You're not going to let people take your energy. Your energy is yours. It's for you. Okay? So that's that. Going forward, please remember this. Matt says energy vampires coupled with the anxiety of not knowing what fire will need to be put out next. It's very unhealthy. Yeah, you're right. It is. It is. Midnight Blue says, I'm usually tired a lot, but I have an autoimmune issue. Yeah, so, oh, bless you. Oh, gosh. So I hope you're getting the right help, Midnight Blue. Oxford says, my energy is so pure now, and I enjoy my days. Sorry, I don't know. I obviously can't read today. Palm trees, palm days, dad. I don't know what's wrong with me today. And my walks, and they suck the life out of me. So Oxford, you are recharging yourself in nature, which is so beautiful, so lovely that you do that for you. And that is what is most important, okay, is that you guys put yourselves first. For once in your lives, put yourselves first, okay, because you are the most important, okay, because honestly, if you don't do this for yourself, no one's going to do it for you. No one's going to be sitting there reminding you, going, hey, you want to go for a walk? Oh, you want to do this for you? You got to do this for you, okay? Make sure that you are, you know, going out into nature, recharging your energy, getting those negative ions from the earth. This is what is important. Hugging trees as well. They transmute your negative energy, anxiety or depression. You know, look, like now we're in autumn or fall. You know, look at the beautiful colors on the trees, the leaves. Like, how amazing. And sometimes when it's a beautiful sunset, like for example in the UK it was today, and the sun was setting low, and then there was that sun that was you could see it on, you know, on the leaves, and it was just like piercing through those leaves, and that golden color. Oh my God, guys, it's so beautiful, isn't it? For those of you that know what I'm talking about, like that color of the leaves and the sun behind it, you know, it's so beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful. Oh, guy next door, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I repeat, snake oil salespeople. Snake oil salespeople of love. They sell people the deal from the hell wrapped in artificial gold paper, smoke and mirror, indeed. Yeah, you're right. It is smoke and mirrors. But you got to see through it. All right. That's the whole idea, is that you've got to see through it. And you're absolutely right, guy next door. Thank you so much for your donation. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Missy says, I've taken my energy back, Anoushka, and I'm not tolerating them anymore. Yes, that is exactly how you have to be. It's like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. Like, who do you think you are? Seriously, who do you think you are? Matt says, I've tried to tell her that I need to heal and be healthy, and that was a whole different reaction. I've tried going no contact. Yeah, Matt, like, you're being honest with her. Do you think she's really going to understand that? She doesn't want the best for you. You've got to do the best for you. Honestly, Matt, like, you have to do what feels right to you, and she's not going to understand that you want to be healthy, because misery loves company. So she's going to want to drag you into that. So you've got to do you. You've got to do what's right for you. Oh, bless you, Midnight Blue. Yes, it's difficult. It is. But of course you're doing the best that you can. That's the most important, is that you're doing this for you and you're doing the best that you can. Dawn says, I went no contact and blocked him everywhere in late May. He's still trying to get me to call him. Reaching, will he ever stop? Yes. Oh, bless you, Dawn. Good. I'm so glad that you did this, that you went no contact. But of course he's going to still try and get to you, because he wants your attention. This is what I was saying right at the beginning of the live. They don't want you to go. They're still going to want you to give them attention. They don't want to leave. They don't want you to leave, because if you're giving them your energy, your kindness, and all of your attention is going on them, why would they want you to leave? You're doing what they want you to do. So he's trying to get you back. Of course, he's trying to get you back, but he's trying to get you back into this cycle. So don't think that, he's suddenly changed, and that he's seen the error of his ways. That's not what this is about. He wants you, okay? He wants you to keep supplying him, to keep making him feel good at the cost of you. So you just got to keep walking forward, okay? And eventually they will stop. And I know they can be very triggering, because they will play on your heartstrings. It isn't easy, I know. But they will stop eventually, when he knows that you are like, I'm done, I'm just ignoring you now. And he knows that you will be ignoring him. He'll stop. I guarantee you, he will stop. And he might start again, but eventually it will stop. So I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, you know what, like, oh, if you do this or this, they're gonna stop forever, because he might come back. But at least it will give you some grace and some peace, and to help you build your strength up and go forward. Okay, I hope that helps. Okay, thank you so much, guy next door. Thank you for being on their live, and good night. Hope you sleep well. Yes, Dennis, they make these promises as well, and they never keep them. That's what I mean. They say things, and then they don't do what they promise to do, or they don't keep to their word. They just tell you what you want to hear. Like, why? Who wants to be with someone like that? Okay. You don't mean any of it. They don't mean it. None of it makes sense. Barbara Khan says, can a person have dismissive, avoidant attachment along with narcissistic traits? Yes, yes, of course. Narcissists are mainly avoidant in attaching to others, so um, they don't feel, all right, because they avoid connection, they avoid feeling emotions. So being dismissive on top of that, yeah, of course, of course. And remember this type of attachment bond is from childhood, from someone where their parents didn't necessarily acknowledge them. They were children who were kind of thrown to one side. There was conditions to that child growing up. There was conditions to how their parents loved them. If they ever did, the parents would have seen them as extensions of themselves. And this child would never have been able to self-actualize and be able to be themselves, understand who they are, like basically develop a sense of self. So when someone is dismissive and avoidant, it's kind of like they're hiding themselves, and they attach onto others who they then kind of mirror that personality or that behavior, because they don't really know who they are either. Hope that answers your question. Crypto Rose, you're so funny. I would honestly rather be with an AI robot. That would be more fulfilling. At least they talk to you, don't they? Like, you know, for those of you that had those ones that didn't actually want to talk to you and they would just ghost you, the AI robot would have been a great substitute for that. Hi, Bittersweet Purple. Thank you for being on the live. You're welcome, Midnight Blue. You're welcome, my dear. Always. Emotional enmeshment, Parbakan. Yes. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Don't you worry. Yeah, enmeshment. Yes, extensions of themselves. So that's what happens. They become like really dismissive and avoidant. Don't know who they are. So, yeah, they just try to mold themselves into people around them because they want to feel accepted. They want to feel part of something. That's why. Sarit says, I'm thriving without my narcissistic ex. Should I show it or not? Sarit, it really just depends who you want to show it to. Obviously, don't show it to the narcissist because that would trigger them. I would, to be honest with you, do it for you. You don't need to prove yourself to others that you're doing good. Do you know what? Don't worry. As long as you know yourself that you are doing good within yourself, other people don't need to know. All right? Because remember, people, I don't know why this is, but people judge. All right? And if you're doing good, if you're doing well for yourself, some people are not going to like that. Some people are going to feel quite jealous of that and want to put you down. They're not going to be for you. They're not going to want to praise you. They're going to want to put you down because they're not feeling good or they're not doing good at that time or at that moment. So they're going to want to put you down. So to avoid that, Sarit, I would just say keep it to yourself or share it with people who you trust, okay? That's probably I hope that helps, because you just don't want anyone else to destroy it or take it away from you, okay? Not that it can be taken away, but some people will be very jealous and want to destroy that for you. Yes, April, you made me vandalize your things. Classic abuse. Yes, so it's turning the blame around onto you. You don't understand me. You made me do this. What's the other one? You made me hit you, or you did this only because it's your fault, and you made me do this because of you. And can you see how this is just like turning it around? So that's projecting, isn't it? That is projecting everything onto you. They're not taking any responsibility or blame for what is going on. It's you, isn't it? It's you. You made them do everything. Everything that could have ever been wrong, you made them do it. I mean, seriously, listen to yourselves. Not you guys, them. Like, okay, no, I don't think so. Yes, scammers or con artists. That's exactly what they are. They are con artists because they trick you. It's never, do you know what? You don't, it, they hide the truth. Okay, that's why they're scammers. They hide the truth from you. That's what they do. Oh, bless you, Ian. That's what my solicitor said to me. I had been conned by a con artist. They are though, because they're great at telling you what you want to hear. They're great at making you feel guilty that somehow you have got to change. You've got to do this. They emotionally bleed all over you. Okay. And they make you feel guilty. Like you've got to keep helping them. You've got to keep looking after them. And you're like, oh my God, seriously. But at the time, because do you know what? Because we're such lovely, kind, compassionate people. All right. It's like, you don't think anything of it at the time. You just kind of think, oh, like, yeah, sure, I'll help you. I will help you do it. And you know what? I love you. And, because your love is unconditional. All right. And when there's someone who has been used to conditional love, when they meet someone like you who gives freely, they're going to love that because it's like, they're going to take from you because you're giving it, but there's no boundaries, right? So you've got to put boundaries with someone who doesn't have any or doesn't respect your boundaries. Okay. That's what you've got to remember is someone who someone who is a taker is not going to care about your boundaries. They're going to keep taking. And until you say no or no more, that's when it will stop. So you'll remember this, my friends. This is why boundaries is so important in every situation. If something doesn't feel right for you or something doesn't feel okay or you feel like you're second guessing yourself, put boundaries in place. And remember, you only have to put boundaries in place with people who do not respect you. All right, who take too much, who take what isn't for them. So they're essentially stealing from you. All right. So that's why boundaries are really important to help protect you. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point, Midnight Blue. They want to keep you stuck. Absolutely. Absolutely. They do want to keep you stuck. Yes. Indeed, indeed. So, yeah, it's really up to you. It's really for you to do this. Yeah, you're right, Jessica. I don't think our love unconditional. Our condition is the partner is respectful. Is that yeah, absolutely. What is mine and what is yours. Yeah, definitely. But also, when they keep taking, they want to deplete you as well. They want to deplete you of your assets, your energy, your kindness, okay? So that there comes a point where you can't give anymore. You just can't do that anymore. And so when they deplete you, all right, when you feel depleted, okay, you are weakened, aren't you? You're in a weakened state. And so you can't essentially actually give anymore. So when you're in a weakened state, you're easier to control. And that's another reason why they do it is because you're easier then to control and then you comply. But you got to think to yourselves, and I know that through the comments, you know, I know that you've been through these harrowing experiences. Okay. But you got to think, what kind of a person does this? What kind of a person would want to destroy you? To the point, okay, to the point where it makes it very difficult for you to move forward. They don't actually want you to move forward. They want you to stay with them. They want you to be in this trap with them, or they want to trap you. You see, because what they do is it's almost as though you get an insight to what their brain is like, to how the way that they think, the way that they live. They do, and they do isolate you. They do love to isolate you. All right. And so you get an insight into the way that they think, the way that they are. And you just think to yourself, wow, really, this is it. Because it is really unhealthy. It is really dark in there, isn't it? And this is why we have to protect ourselves. All right. This is why you have to look after you. Why would someone want you to be worse off? This is what we're saying. Aren't relationships about growth, about you coming together, okay, as a team and moving forward? It's the two of you working together. But this person comes in, okay, and you're not a team. They want to take from you because they don't want you to ever level up. They don't want you to get better. They want you to stay stuck to be able to serve them. So essentially what they want is a slave. Okay, they want you to be their slave so that you keep giving, you keep putting them on a pedestal and worshipping them, and you have no energy left for you. You know, what is that about? And people like that, all right, are only interested in themselves, all right? They're only interested in what you can do for them. It isn't the other way around. These people are not going to reciprocate. And I think when we're in these dynamics at the time, because it's like what I said earlier, it's like we see this relationship, okay, for its fullest potential, or what we believe this relationship will be, or how it can reach that potential. But what we're not looking at is this bit here. Okay, is the bit that is being presented to you. And I made, do you know what? I made a reels or a short about this, and it's on the channel. And I was saying that, you know, how you meet this person, all right? You can't look at them through these rose-tinted glasses of what you wanted them to be, or what you wanted this relationship to be, or who they are, okay? What you've got to remember is when this person comes to you, okay, they are a product of their childhood. So whatever their childhood was like, this is how they are coming to you or stepping up to you. So it's almost as though you've got to kind of understand what their childhood was like, because if you're giving this person, all right, if this person has never had unconditional love, or never had love, or never been treated kindly, or have always been kind of put to the background, or they've never been noticed, they've always been put down, they've always never been noticed. And you come into this person's life and you give them everything. You want to make their life happy. You know, you give them this unconditional regard. You give them maybe even lots of money. You take them out. You treat them. You're kind. You're compassionate. This person can't see that because they've never experienced it. So when you're doing that for them, they don't understand it. They don't get it. Okay? They don't understand that because they've never experienced it, or they experienced very little amounts. So they're not going to be able to recognize it. What they will know is that it makes them feel good and they want more of it. So they're going to demand that from you. So can you see, this is the dynamic that you guys are faced with, isn't it? Because it's to keep giving, keep supplying, keep doing, keep taking the blame, keep feeling guilty because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And that's the cycle, my friends. That's the cycle kind of explained in a different way. It's they're a product of their childhood. That's what it is there, and this isn't going to change. There's a lot of people out there that say, oh, you know what, Anoushka, I think if that person goes to therapy, then possibly this could change. But has anyone ever known a narcissist to go into therapy? Probably, but they don't stay in therapy. There's always an excuse why it doesn't work. Always an excuse. And the thing is, a narcissist can't feel their emotions. They can verbalize their emotions. They can logically explain them, or they think that's what they feel, but they don't feel it. So they don't stay and want to fix it or get better, because they're not self-actualized people. They're not self-actualized within themselves. Therapy is only going to work with someone who wants to do it, who wants to be there, who really genuinely has a motivation for change and want to better their life. A narcissist doesn't care that they ruin other people's lives. They don't. What they want is to take, and for you to give more and more. So this is something that I really would hope kind of hits home for you guys and helps you to understand this, because, the more that we see them as equals or see them as people who are healthy, or, you're probably thinking, oh, we might be able to talk this out, or I might be able to explain it, or they might be able to one day love me back, or I might be able to help them because of this horrible childhood that they've had. Maybe I might be able to help them, maybe get them therapy or whatever. But you see, what you're doing is you're actually wasting your time, because this person isn't going to appreciate it. And you're going to give a lot of energy and a lot of your resources out onto this, onto this person. When this person has no intention for change, they will replace you. They will get someone else, someone who it's going to be easier for them to get their needs met. Okay? That's how they do it. So what you need to do is you need to think about yourself and actually put all of that energy and attention and resources back onto you. That's what you need to do. You need to be able to give that love and kindness and compassion. We'll put that compassion back onto us. All right. We are the ones that should be understanding and loving ourselves, all right? And not taking on the blame and not taking on this negative energy that this person has left their residue on us, all right? This is about us growing. This is about us moving forward. And you're not going to be able to move forward when you're constantly stuck in this prison thinking, why this, why that, why didn't that happen? Why couldn't I do this? And why did things have to turn out this way? Things turned out this way because it's a karmic relationship, and karmic relationships, have their time. They've got to play out until that karma is resolved between the two parties. And these relationships are challenging. They're not about growth. They're not about you evolving, whilst you're with them, because this person will keep you stuck and will bring out the worst in you. Do you know what? Probably if you have experienced this, type a yes in the chat. You will not even recognize yourself when you have been in these dynamics. You will not be the best version of yourself, because that's what this person does. They do not bring out the best version of you. If you guys have experienced that, type a yes in the chat, so I kind of so I know that you kind of understand what I'm trying to say. It's like, they bring out the worst in you, and you don't even feel yourself. You kind of don't even recognize yourself. Yes, Dennis, keeping you underfoot. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Oh gosh, Kiki. If I have my whole family against me behind a narcissist, then what should I do? So that means that the narcissist has tricked your family into being against you. Do you know what I would say to you? So your family is probably under the illusion of the narcissist at the moment, and you need to, oh goodness, you need to kind of remove yourself from this, because this is going to trigger you just for the time being, not forever. Just, just remove yourself from that, because it means that it's going to re-trigger you trying to justify yourself, and you don't need to. Okay, guys. So yeah, so I can see that a lot of you have typed yes in the chat. Yes. So these people want to destroy. They don't, then, and this is what I'm saying. They're not about you. They're about themselves. So how is it that you could, it's not, they don't want you to grow. They want to be able to control you. They want you to serve them. So they don't want you to elevate. They don't want you to be better. They want you to stay stuck serving them. And that's the sad part about it. So why don't you guys do the opposite? Okay, do the actual opposite that what the narcissist wants. If you do the opposite, that means, okay, that you are doing something for yourself, that you are taking your power back, you are taking your energy back, and you are turning it around and thinking about you. Okay, you have to grow, you have to heal from this. All right, just because of what has happened. That's the past, and it remains in the past. If you're constantly looking in the past, you're not going to see your future. You're not going to see what's ahead of you, what's in front of you, and what your life could be. You're going to stay thinking, what if? So then you're still stuck in that mindset. You're still stuck in that trap that the narcissist, wants you to be in. That's right, John. It will never be good enough. Narcissists always reveal themselves, and they do. They do. They can't keep a lid on it forever. They always reveal, in the end, what is going on. And you see, do you know, once someone is a liar, all right, this is what you've got to remember. Once someone lies and lies and says more lies, at some point, they're going to get comfortable with those lies. They're going to get so comfortable in telling you everything and nothing and what you want to hear. But when they get comfortable, that's their mistake, because then they stop being assertive. They stop trying. They stop paying attention. And that's when you start to realize, hold on a minute. That's not what you said last time. So that's when you get to realize. That's when you notice. The truth will always come out. Remember that, my friends. The truth will always come out. It may take a bit of time. It may take a bit of heartache, some sleepless nights. But the truth always comes out. All you got to do is be patient. It will come to you. It's karma. It's the karma. It's the law of the universe. It's what happens. Whatever the narcissist does to others, it will be returned to them. Be under no illusion, my friends. It will be returned to them. Oxford says, I hated who I was when I was with the pioneer. Yeah, bless you. But you're not anymore. You're right. You are saviors. Absolutely. They will show their true colors no matter what. Yes, they will, Yang. Kim, really helpful today, Anoushka. Oh, I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. I'm glad that this has helped. Never good enough. Yes, you're right, Crypto Rose. We are never, ever, ever good enough. Anyway, why does it matter their opinion? You know you are good enough. You know that we are all good enough just as we are. Okay, and we don't need to change. We don't need someone there telling us that we've got to change or we've got to be different. No, we are good enough as we are. Absolutely. Crypto Rose, oh no, I caught my ex-narcissist in her lies and called her out on it and told her I want my money back. She owes me, and then she accused me. Yeah. So they turn it around, don't they? It's all about projection, isn't it? Oxford says lying is so ethically and karmically wrong. They're just awful. Yes, yes, you're absolutely right. It is karmically and ethically wrong to lie to someone's face. Like, I don't know about you guys, but this is something that really grinds on me. Someone that just lies to your face. You know the truth. You know that isn't it. And then they lie to your face. Yeah, it catches up with them. It always does. So please, for those of you, all right, those of you who are out there thinking, well, you know what? They get away with it. They have their best life. And I'm here suffering. Please, please don't ever think that, because they will get their own back. They will get their karma. It's the law of the universe. Whatever you send back will come back to you threefold. That's why, my friends, all right, people who do go around damaging others, being nasty, blaming others, making other people feel guilty, that all comes back onto them. And, you know, a few years from now, look at where they'll be. I promise you, they do not get away with it. They don't. It's impossible. It cannot happen like that. So, please know. And it's not, and I know that you're not doing this as a competition and that you want to, that you want to get them back or anything like that. I know. But it does happen. So please don't ever think that the narcissist is doing better than you, because they're not. How can they be? Look at them, look at their life. It's not. Absolutely, Oxford. We are more than good enough. Being called useless, shouted at, swearing. Yeah, it's chaos. Chaotic lives. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Oh, so some of you are saying that you're getting ads. Oh, I'm really sorry. I don't know. It might be a new feature, because I know that when I was setting up the live, I think in the YouTube studio, I think they've changed a few things around. So they've upgraded it. I haven't put ads in the live. I never do. In the actual live, but then obviously after, when it finishes, then the ads do play, but not in the actual live. So I do think that this is a new feature that YouTube has actually put on there. So I really am sorry, Laurie and April. I don't know. I didn't put ads in it because it's really annoying and really disruptive. So I'm so sorry. William says, I caught mine out with her lies. She was getting worse and worse, getting more and more angry. The last time I did, she assaulted me. Oh my God. Black Eye kicked, punched, and trashed my room. William, bless you. That's so bad. That is so bad that somebody would unleash such violence on anyone, on someone else, just because you called them out in a lie. Because you know what? She was probably trapped in a corner, didn't know how to get out of it. So if she was violent, if she was rude, then she could get out of it. Oh dear. I'm so sorry that you've gone through that. Simply Cat says, I almost believe the deflecting, but I'm not the same naive person he can manipulate anymore. Good. Yes. Oh, guys, I'm sorry about these ads. Angela says no ad blockers. Yeah, it's a new thing. It's honestly, because when I was setting up this live in the YouTube studio, no one said, no one done, no one, like, I don't know. It just, there was no, because I always put it to no, and I know that, but I never had to do it before. So this is a new thing. Sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. No, Yang, I didn't manifest it. I really didn't. I really don't want to annoy people. Ian, oh my God, mine held a knife in her hand against me. This is so bad. Oh, thank you, Zoe. Thank you. You're very kind. You see, the reason why they do this, you know, why they, and like a few of you have said about the violence, right? It's because when they don't know how to get out of something, sorry, I was just reading the comments, guys. So yeah, so look, when they get caught and they don't know how to get out of it, they will use violence. And that's the thing. It's a violation. Again, it's a violation on you. And you've got to remember that this person isn't going to change. This isn't going to change in any way. The only way that it will change is when you say no, when you start to stick up for yourself, when you put yourself first. This is how it works. You can't rely on someone else to be there to look out for you. I mean, the narcissist is certainly not going to do that. You've got to do this for you. You know, this is why I say healing is possible, but you've got to put yourself first, okay? Because if you are going to be putting everybody else first, you're going to be putting everybody out there at their needs first, you're always going to come last. And I know for a lot of us, okay, we have probably grown up, you know, culturally, you know, we've always been told to, you know, look after this person, make sure you make sure everyone else is having a good time. I know that was, you know, when I was growing up, I obviously had to look after my my younger sister, or, you know, like when family members or friends come over, make sure that they're having a good time, make sure you look after them. Sure, there is a healthy way of doing that. There's a healthy way of, you know, of that. But at this point, you know, like you've given enough to this person. You have given enough out to a lot of people, most probably. And now is for you to live your life in a healthy way, in a way that is meaningful for you. It's like you've got to put all the energy back onto you, okay? Look at what these people have put you through. Look at the way these people have treated you, okay? What I always say is you've got to learn from these experiences, all right? What is it that you could have done differently? Meaning putting boundaries in place, spotting, you know, that this person is toxic, that this person doesn't have your best interests at heart. This is what I'm saying. It's not, there's no point blaming yourself. There's no point being horrible to you. This isn't about that. This is not about putting you down. Life is one big lesson. We're always learning lessons. There's never an end date when we're not learning any more lessons. That's just how it is. That's how human life is. You know, I mean, we can't stay stuck in a bubble for all of our lives, because actually it would be very boring. It would be great for a little while, but then afterwards you would be bored. So this is about elevating you. This is about growing, okay? Are you educating yourselves? Are you working on yourselves? You may be working, you know, on understanding what happens in the narcissistic dynamic, but a lot of you have transcended that, okay? And I always say knowledge is power, all right? What are you doing to, you know, create new neural pathways? What are you doing to, you know, keep your mood positive, not always focusing on the negative? Because this does take work. We as a society, as a human race, we're always actually forced or taught to look at the worst things in life, we're always kept in fear. And there's a reason for that. I'm not going to go into it today. Obviously, I can't on here. I'd love to, but I really can't. I do need this channel to stay where it is. But all I'm going to say is that we are conditioned to think negatively, to look at the worst things, to be kept in a mind state of fear, okay? This is mind control, all right? So this is kind of like on a smaller scale what happens with the narcissist, all right? You are mind controlled. You are conditioned into a certain way of thinking. This is what I said earlier in the live. The narcissist shows you who they are. They show you the way that they're thinking, the way that they process. And a lot of you have noticed that actually, you know, the way that they see things, the way that they perceive reality or the world or the environment around them is not the same way as you do. Well, there's a reason for that, guys. There's a reason that is orchestrated or done like this, okay? Because they are beings that are focusing always on the negative, okay? Because they're ego has been distorted. It's very dysfunctional. The ego is something that is never satisfied. It is constantly wanting validation, focus. This is what the narcissist does. This is who they are. They're constantly wanting someone to tell them that they are fabulous, someone to tell them that they are wonderful, that they are good. Again, this is something that hasn't been actualized in their childhood. So they're not aware of this. They just expect other people to do that for them. Okay, so this is what I was saying. They're not self-actualized. Their brain didn't grow that way, if that makes sense. You know, it's emotionally stunted. Okay, so when the brain is underdeveloped, this is what happens. People don't see things the same way that you do. All right, so for a lot of them, this is why they are emotionally immature, constantly focusing on the negative, always cycling back to the negative. One day they're okay, then 3 days they're not. 3 days they're okay, and then 2 days they're not. There is no mood stabilization. They're not able to self-soothe. So they are stuck in this cycle, always thinking this, all right? So, and they try to drag you in. They try to drag you in that, all right? This is why you are kept in a state of fear. So it's a fear-based mindset. And for a lot of us who leave these dynamics, we're still thinking like that. This is the victim mentality. This is why I always say to you, you are not victims. Yeah, you've gone through this experiences, but you are not victims of circumstance, right? You can elevate, you can grow, you can evolve. And that's what you need to think. This is how you need to think. You need to evolve. You can't stay stuck. Listen, you're not the same person, all right, that you were when they first entered your life. And you're never going to be. And this is another realization, my friends, that you guys kind of have to accept, that you're not going to be that same person that you were before. All of this has happened to you for a reason. You have grown. You have seen things that, yes, a lot of other people around you probably never will. But there is a reason for that. This was done for you to grow, for you to elevate. Okay? And also to teach you or to show you not to stay in victim mentality, not to stay playing small. You're not here to play small. You're not here to survive your life. You're here to live. And if you choose your life, all right, then you got to fight for it. You do. And you do this once in your life, you're never going to have to do it again. Because once you get it, once you get tapped into that energy, once you understand this, you will not have to go through this again. Because you are going to know. You are going to be connected to yourself. You're going to know what is right for you. You're going to know what fulfills you. And the people that you invite into your life are not going to be them. Are not going to be them toxic people that you once did. Because you're not the same person as you were before. You now see and feel things differently. And that is what is important here. Okay? This is very important for you to realize that actually you need to elevate and you need to grow. All right? And it's only you that can do this. You know, you develop a greater connection to yourself, to your intuition, to your gut feeling. All right? That is what is important. That is what you need to be thinking about. You need to be looking after yourself. You need to be choosing you. So educating yourself is really important. Having that knowledge. No one can take the knowledge away from you. Once you learn these things, no one can take it away from you. No one's going to control your mind anymore, because you will see through it. You will open your mind out to another reality. Okay, so you will transcend this 3D, okay, onto another level, and you will see what really is going on here. Not just in your relationship, but actually around you. Again, I'd love to expand on this, but obviously I can't. But I hope that a lot of you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. You know, what is happening kind of externally on a larger scale is what has happened to you with the narcissist, okay? The mind control, the fear-based mentality, the feeling that you're not good enough, that you can't do something. That is an illusion. That doesn't exist. Okay? You can be and do whatever you want in this world. All right? You can be whoever you want to be. If you want to be an astronaut, you can be an astronaut. It's never too late, and you can do whatever it is that you want. You're actually free. You're not constrained. You're not in this prison. You're not in this mental prison. You're actually free. All right. You can do whatever you want. You can be whoever you want. You're free from the narcissist. You're free from mind control. All right. It is an illusion, and it is there to trap you. Okay. So please understand that there's certain things, yes, of course, there's certain things that you need to do to be able to get to that headspace. But that's what I'm saying to you. Educate yourself, keep your vibration high, keep your energy high, but you've got to protect it. Once you get to that level, you've got to put boundaries in place. You've got to protect it, because people are going to notice that there's something different about you, and they're going to come for you. Okay, so that is what I'm saying. You have to protect it. You know, it's important, because you don't want to draw that attention to you. All right, you don't want to draw that attention to you. The other way that you heal yourself is you get yourself out into nature. Do you know what? It's free. Medication, again, I can't say too much, but medication has its own route and may not always be free. Whereas going out into nature and feeling nature, experiencing nature, you know, really immersing your senses in nature will heal you. And it will. Oh, bless you, Laurie. It's been gone 4 years, still trying to learn my own worth. Laurie, you're amazing. You're an amazing person. And you will get there, okay? You've got to keep going forward. It's a mind trap. It's a mind control. Remember, it's an illusion, all right? It is an illusion. Do you know, and I know this is going to be personal to you, Laurie, but what I would say to you is remember how your dad treated you, how lovely he was towards you. You know, like your mum and dad, how they were, how it was for you when you were a little girl. Go back in time and remember how they were towards you and how they made you feel, okay? Because they made you feel worthy. They made you feel good. Okay, so I hope that helps. All right, I don't want to go into too much because I know that this is public, so that's why I don't want to say too much. So yeah, it's an illusion. It's a mind trap. Okay, so you've got to see past this and know that actually you can get out of prison, you can get out of jail, and this is where this self-belief comes in. This is about you learning your self-worth. All right, because each and every one of you are worth so much, and you've probably never been told this, or you've never been taught to see it. Okay, but if you don't see your worth, nobody's going to do this for you. And it is really important for you to transcend, for you to empower yourself, all right? For you to live a life and not just survive or exist. And that's what I'm saying. This isn't what this life is about. Okay, at the core of it is love, all right? That's where this all stems from, is love, all right? Love for you. And everything that you do comes from a state of love. Because love is the highest vibration. Authentic love. You being authentically you. That is the highest state that you can be in. And that is what is really important. You can get there, but you have to believe in you. All right? The trauma has separated you from who you actually are. And this is the time that you need to connect to you. This is really what the premise of my work is here on YouTube, on social media, is the connection back to you, yourself, your heart space. All right? Love. Love for you, love for others. Okay? Yeah. And in some cases, yeah, love for the narcissist. I know, and I'm saying this with gritted teeth. I need to work on this. But love for others, love for you. All right? But it's about protecting that love. All right, protecting you needs to be given to people who are deserving of it, not just everybody. You already are loved. You know how to love unconditionally. You know this. Now you need to protect this and give it to someone or people who deserve this, who deserve that love from you. This is your asset, okay? And this is what you need to strengthen. This is what you need to build on, because you are the most important. Okay, this is about a vibrational change, okay, energetic shift. You have to see past the illusion, the mind games, the mind trap, okay, because this is what is going to keep you stuck. And we don't want you to be stuck. We want you to be able to elevate and see through this and become the best version of yourself. Not this version who is like half-hearted, you know, that version of you that isn't actually really you, but you kind of had to be that to survive a situation. Come home to yourself. You know who you were. You know who you are. And it's like what I was saying to Laurie earlier. Think about the person that you were when you were a child, that inner child of yours. That is the authentic you, okay? You're absolutely right, Midnight Blue. There are so many possibilities in life. And you know what? You can be that. You can have those possibilities because it's endless. There is no condition on it. You can do anything and be anyone you want to, but you've got to make that choice, and you've got to choose yourself. If you're not choosing yourself, no one's going to choose you. No one's going to choose that for you. You have to choose yourself. And remember, everything in life is about perspective and choice. How do you want to live your life? What kind of a life do you want to experience? Because remember, it all starts from here and here. Your heart and your head, they are connected, they're not separate. And when you choose yourself, all right, you will realize how important, how amazing, and how loving and lovable you actually are. And you then start to build on this. You start to build your self-worth and your confidence. And know that there isn't another person like you on this earth. It's only you. And you have something authentic, something beautiful to bring to the table. Okay, because let's face it, the narcissist just wanted to copy you. They just wanted to be literally a carbon copy of you because they saw something within you. And you've got to see that thing that they saw and more. And that is what is important, my friends, is choosing you and seeing your beauty, seeing your assets, what you can bring to the table, what you bring to your life. It's about living. This isn't about surviving, my friends. It's about living, okay? It's about choosing you, educating yourself, going out into nature, strengthening your mind, controlling your emotions, not bleeding emotionally on everyone, just controlling. Everything has to be done. And just relaxing your nervous system as well. This is really important because I know that probably was really overstimulated as well within these experiences. So it's about, really, calming your nervous system. Nature's really good for this. This is really important. Listening to a certain type of music, 5 to 8 megahertz and 432. Oh, Oxford, thank you, my dear. Thank you for all your hearts and your stars. Thank you. These are the things. And eating the correct foods as well. What are you fueling your body with? What are you nourishing your body with? This is very important. Oh, MK, it's do you can find this music? I know that YouTube has it. It's called 532 megahertz 528 and then 432. The 528 megahertz, that heals the heart. So that's all about love. Okay, so love for self and the love that you didn't receive, because that heals your heart chakra. So it's really important for you guys, if you can, listen to that, because I know there's loads of videos on YouTube. For example, I went onto YouTube when I was, when I'm looking for music, to recommend to clients or whatever, I always go to YouTube because it's the most easiest and it's free. yeah, so just 532 or 4, no, 52, oh my God. 528 43. Thank you, Oxford. Thank you. Can everyone just look at Oxford's comment? Because I'm literally getting confused. I don't know what is wrong with me today with palm trees and ads and this. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah, this music will really, really help to calm your nervous system, your vagus nerve. I think I've said that correctly. Maybe I don't know if I have. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. And adrenal system as well. This is what is important. This is what I'm saying. This is when you choose you, you're going to do this for you. You're going to put all of these things in place. And journaling, write what's in your head. Don't keep it stuck in your head. Write, get it out, release it. It's all negative energy, release it. Choose yourselves, my friends. That's what is important. Choose you. All right. So I've obviously looked at the time, my friends. I could keep going for another hour, and I know I always say this every week, but you probably wouldn't want me to because I'm not getting my words out today. Don't know why. Really don't know why. But yes, guys, just think about what we kind of have discussed in this live, and think about, how you can transcend these mind games or this mind prison, that is keeping you stuck. Remember, most of this stuff that we see in our world today is an illusion. It isn't real. So it's about you seeing it for what it really is. This is very, very important, Sorry about that. So guys, yes, choose you. Okay, choose you. So guys, I really hope that you have enjoyed this live. I really hope that this has given you kind of like food for thought. I really hope that this can help you to think in a different way and help you to kind of move forward from that. Please know that if you are going through any of this, please know that there is support. I do one-to-ones. Also, please see the link or the description box. Also, if you wanted some coaching and you wanted some support, please know that also Yang does do coaching as well. And if you're interested, please do see the link, or please go over to the website or Discord as well. Discord is a community of like-minded individuals, and Yang is very active over there, so he will be able to greet you and welcome you in there and show you around. But yeah, like it's kind of like this, my friends, like Discord is kind of like this. So if you wanted to carry on the chat and whatever and connect with like-minded individuals, if you wanted that further support, I would say this is more like peer support. So I'd say come on over to Discord, and then this is like that. So I hope that this has helped. And I hope to see you guys also on next week's live. Next week is going to be Halloween. Okay. So I don't know who is dressing up for Halloween. So I hope that you can all join me. I think next week, let's do the creepy things that narcissists do, or like the things that they do that's so weird, or ghosting or anything like that. Like I think we should do something like that. What do you think, guys? Guys, thank you so much for being here on the live. I really do appreciate all of you for taking your time out and being here and being so active, obviously in the live chat as well. I'm sorry for the ads. I really am. I'm going to look into it and see if I can change it. Yang, can you help me on this, please? And then also I will make sure that the camera isn't zoning out. I don't know what is going on. And also I will practice speaking English, because obviously, I don't know, I'm getting my words mixed up. So I do hope that you have a wonderful week, my friends. And I will see you next week. Thank you so much. Goodbye.